Our guest today is Ramesh Kapur. He is co-chair of Biden Victory Fund National Finance Committee. He has been here on the show many times. And today we are going to focus on two things. Number one, the issue of caste is really coming up in the American politics now. And also, he is organizing a fundraising on this Sunday. So we'll talk about for whom and where. So, Ramesh, welcome to our studio.
Thank you, Upinder, for giving me some time.
Excellent. It's always a pleasure to talk to you about politics.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So let's start lately since the case in California when California governor vetoed the bill on the caste discrimination or caste.
Right.
It has created a lot of interest in the American politics and even the mainstream media as well. And you also had to play a role in that as well. So tell us about how and why the issue of caste is emerging in the mainstream American politics.
Well, I think it's something new. Okay, I usually say the Democratic Party always likes a new shining object. Okay, so this is something new. All right, and that's what my sense is. Also, probably what has happened is anything from India, because India is critical to the United States national security. Right? India has become very important to our and the President Biden has said that publicly and privately, and that's why you see how this president made sure that Prime Minister Modi got the royal treatment. So now India has become very important. So anything that goes in India, anything is that comes back to the United States. It becomes more important. Like Israel. Israel is very important because of our relationship with Israel. And at one time, India wasn't important. So whatever was going on wasn't important. That's why now some of the things that come up with the Indian press, it's played more. Of course, the perception of the Muslims are discriminated is there. Became more important over here to the Democratic Party. And the problem what is there was it's education. You know, people will get one sentences and they will just accept it.
So now let's come back to like this. I'm about to bring you back to
Sure.
So if you take the example of California, there are two houses. The bill was passed overwhelmingly in the both, the Senate and the House of, State House of Representatives or legislature, whatever they call. And despite overwhelmingly being passed, governor was able to veto that bill. I don't know whether it did the right thing or wrong thing, but it has suddenly brought back the issue of caste in here in the U.S. So already we have seen the city of Seattle has already passed caste issue there in their local thing.
Fresno in California.
The Fresno in California has done. If it had happened in California on the state level, it would have been absolutely incredible, earth-shaking type of event if the law had passed there. So my question is to you is that how should it be promoted? Should it be stopped? How you are going to tell the Indian Americans, which are about 3 million here in the US, not to make this issue as controversial as it is. And it can be very, very divisive. And what impact it will have on the Democratic Party. Because Indians are the big supporters of the Democrats.
Correct. And also, it's also, other than Indian Americans, there are 5 million Hindus also.
Sure.
Remember, okay?
So when you count those Hindus from Caribbean,
5 million from the Caribbean, and also the ex-con, the whites over here that are converted. Some of the blacks are converted to Islam. So there are a lot of whites who and as a matter of fact, even Ford, son of the Ford family, he's a Hindu. There are some actors that are Hindus also that we don't realize that they have converted to Hinduism. And Tulsi was. Mom converted to.
You said was.
Yeah.
She's no longer Hindu.
No. Tulsi, I meant was as running in politics.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We don't hear anything about her because she's not in politics.
That's what she disappeared.
Had nothing to do with. Had nothing to do with religion.
Actually, I had met her at your home.
That's right. And and then I've supported a lot of folks over the years. You met Kamala Harris at your home too.
Yes,
So she came when she was a senator, and so going back to what I understand is because I've been doing this since 1980 politics, 86 nationally. It's my passion. I spend probably 60% of my time in politics, American politics. Okay. And Indian politics, I get it from other experts that I know who've been right, who understand politics, and they give me information. And when I tell the Democratic Party, they think I'm genius. But I understand American politics. I do not understand Indian politics. But so we had an event in Chicago where Governor Newsom was there. Of course, he's
just a California governor.
California governor is running for the presidency. Okay, so these were top money people that were there. We had a retreat in Chicago, talking about policy. We have another retreat coming up in 2 weeks in Washington D.C. Telling the campaign telling us how they're going to win. All right, because we raise money, so it's not easy to raise money and ask people for money. So we have to make sure that our base understands the pluses that we have with this president, and that's why I support money. So at that time, I told him, I said, Governor, we should veto this caste bill. And he said, it got passed by a large majority. And I said, I know that. That's why I want you to veto it. They might override your veto, but at least you'll be on record doing it. So I understood what his psyche is, and any politician's psyche is. And I had also communicated to Vice President Kamala Harris about the perception that the Democratic Party, the Indian Hindus feel that the Democratic Party is anti-Hindus. Okay, so that communication chain, I sent it to him, and I said that look, the president had gone to India with the G20. I said, if you sign this bill, what perception are you sending to 80% the opinion makers in India, and the 80% is religion is Hindus? What message are you sending? And he understood it, and then we communicated a couple times. And fortunately, he's a smart politician. After he vetoed it, a couple hours before, he sent me an email saying that I'm going to veto it.
But Ramesh, and he did.
And he did. And he said, and he also request was that watch my back. Okay, all right, not in exact words. I don't use the exact words of press, but basically said, I need your support. Watch my. So it was great politicians. A lot of politicians who promise you, look in the eye, and I've seen them come and go over this thing. But my goal is very simple. I usually say, and my wife has heard that. I said, I use them, they use me. I use them for a higher cause, they use me for their own cause. Simple as that. It's not complicated. That's why they're politicians, whoever they are.
So now coming back to so let's move from the Hindu to the Indians, for example. Right? So let's go in the broader context. And no matter what internal politics is among the Indians, I don't think they're going to vote for Republicans. Some are staunch Republicans, I must say that. But the majority, I think, you think will stay with the Democrats?
Well, it's about 72% of the people voted for the Democratic Party. But if this bill would have been passed, and this would have been affected, at the end of the day, yes, we are Indian Americans, but we are of Hindu faith also. All right. Yes, I'm a very secular person, but I do not want my religion to be discriminated. Okay. As a matter of fact, I do not want any religion to be discriminated. I do not want Christianity. I do not want, the Jewish community. So I'm fighting because that's what I'm a Democrat, because it's a big tent. We have all different folks, and we have Muslims, we have Jewish, we have Christians. Everything is there, but I want to make sure the Hinduism because they do not understand, because it's stereotyped.
Mhm.
Okay, and remember, I got a U.S. Commission on International Religious Board. First time I got Pita Bansal on the board.
Mhm.
There was no Hindu on the board,
Mhm.
so community was pushing me to do it.
Mhm.
And the only reason I get involved in that, if Indian Americans are discriminated, if Hindus are discriminated, okay,
Mhm.
that's the only reason. If they don't bring up religion, I don't bring up religion.
Mhm.
If they don't bring up, all other communities are represented, but the Indian Americans.
So now again, in Hindu it becomes again complicated because those are, even if you have a Dalits and all, they're also part of the Hinduism as well.
Sure, they
So that's the
absolutely they are.
Okay.
They are part of it. Well, my family is Arya Samajis.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. So plus, I was born and raised in Bombay.
Mhm.
It's a cosmopolitan.
Mhm.
There's
nothing
this is
after.
something.
Sure.
Something
Sure, yeah.
You can. I mean, and you can see the little difference. My nephew's wife is from Amritsar.
Mhm.
And I'm in the cab, and I'm talking to the cab driver when I'm there, asking him about his life, about his kids, about that, everything. And she got a kick out of it. She's observing, right? And afterwards, she said, I see the Kapurs. Everybody does that in your family. You have no problem talking to anybody, all right? And she told her straight. To me, it was normal. You're looking at that person as a human being.
Yeah.
So that's what it was important. What it would have done is that if this caste would have started to come, it would come to New Jersey, it would come to Massachusetts, all the democratic states would have come in.
The talk has already started all over the U.S.,
Correct,
especially
yeah.
the major hubs where you go to New Jersey or all these major area which has a concentration of Indians. The people have started to talk about the bill in California. The people have started to talk about the costs coming up. And especially, those new immigrants who are coming from India and they have not lived here for a longer time, for them, it is still fresh in their mind.
Mhm.
So this issue is not dead. And my thing is that it will continue to sizzle there for some time unless some action is taken by the Indian American community itself to settle it down. Let us make a movement or education that these type of things don't come up in the community here, at least in the United States. So now let us move to your final word on this caste issue, and then we'll move to the final.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, it is. I think this is, somebody, I've been doing U.S.-India relations since 1986. Okay. And one of the reporters asked, what was important? Was important to you? I've been trying to get a security alliance with India. 6 years has been taking it. What is important? And I said, this caste bill was more important. And he was shocked. He looked at me and he said, I would think it would be the U.S.-India relations. That's what I'm known for, U.S.-India relations. But if this bill would have passed, okay, all right, it would have affected our kids, our grandkids, okay? They would have been stereotyped, and then all Indians would be discriminated because they would look at your name, look at your looks, and business people do not want controversy, okay? So they will just discriminate. Period. That's what it was brought in. So my suggestion to you is the Indian American community. Wake up, okay? Never as a minority, take anything for granted. Look at what's happening with the Jewish community was so powerful, supposedly so powerful. Guess what? One problem, what the terrorists, what the Hamas did, and all of a sudden, everybody is taking the other side. So please, okay, now, it's very, very important. Who is going to save us? You are the only ones who can save. And fortunately, we have 5 elected congressmen.
I mean, Indian Americans.
Indian Americans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are going to be our firewall. They are going to be your firewall. Okay? All right? They are the ones who are going to make sure these laws would not have passed. There was a law, caste law was introduced in the Democratic Party. It lost. These are the folks, okay? And if you don't support yourself, your own community, nobody else will. And now you're looking at this thing. I never would have thought caste was really important. But guess what? It came up. And as a matter of fact, I wasn't involved in it till somebody, Japra from California, wrote me an email. And then I got involved with the vice president about, there was a little sides taking in the Democratic Party. So I knew about that. And during Obama's administration, he was leaning more to one side. So that's how I got involved. And I'm lucky. I got lucky. We saved the bullet, folks. Okay, if this doesn't wake you up, I don't know what the hell is going to wake you up. Okay.
So now let's come back to the fundraiser you were doing this Sunday, right, in Lexington.
Correct.
So for whom this fundraising is, and when it is happening, and where?
Well, we are doing there are two folks. Raja Krishnamurthy is Congressman Krishnamurthy, and he's the first guy who is in the China committee. He is on the opposition side, leader of the opposition in China committee, and we are going to take the House this time. You watch my prediction. I know he always looks for my prediction. We're going to take the House, all right, and then he will be the first chairman ever, an Indian American, of the China committee ever happen. Mm-hmm. So that's he and so what I'm trying to do is trying to psychologically meet the community together. So we are doing same time we are doing the event at the same place with Thanedar, Shri Thanedar. And Shri Thanedar was the first one who started the Dharmic Caucus, okay? And 27 congressmen in the Dharmic Caucus.
So this is the one which is Hindu, Jain,
correct?
The group, yeah.
The Hindu, Buddhist, Jain, Sikh, and Jain, which is Dharmic. Mm. Those are the Dharmic religions. Mm. So he's the one who started.
Well, my question again is that Islam is also Dharmic. That is not part of the Sikh caucus, right?
No. It's what if you look at what Dharmic means. Okay. When I looked at it, okay. Islam wasn't part of Dharmic. Okay. I'm going by what.
Okay.
When I googled it.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay. But it's a religion. The religion is there.
So you were doing fundraising for. He's also coming at the same time.
Yeah. Shri Thanedar is also coming. We will do the first fundraiser. And I'm so excited now that Amar and Deepika Sawhney have opened their house and helped in fundraising. I'm always a lone ranger trying to get the abuse for everybody. When you have to ask for money, it's not an easy job.
Sure, yeah.
You have a thick skin. Okay?
Especially in this climate where the election seems to be, it's crazy. It's, like even there is some opposition against, Biden as well, that.
I'm talking about our own. Okay. And we just did last week. We did another I want to expand. I want to expand more. I say that I want the samosa. They're called samosa caucus. Modi called them the samosa caucus. I want to expand and call them the laddu caucus. Okay? We expand, and we did one for Rishi. He's running in California on an open seat. He'll be the next congressman. There's another one in Arizona, Shah. He will run, and another one in Subramaniam in Virginia is running. I think these three have.
So how many? So we have already 5 Indian Americans.
We will have 8.
8 shot in the next elections. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Unless one of these guys lose. So.
Okay. Okay. So the fundraising. Give us the time and all this stuff.
Okay. So the time, it's in Lexington, and it's at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Lunch is served also. Lunch is very important. To us.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
Any events.
If we have a laddu caucus and samosa caucus,
we have to have
lunch. Yes.
Lunch also.
Yeah, okay.
And my number is, if you need any more information, my number is 781-883-0954. Again, it's 781-883-0954. It's in Lexington, and it's small. People are giving, $3,300. Others are giving $250. So it's
$3,300 is the maximum you can.
$3,300 is the maximum you can give for primary, and $3,300 for general election. Okay. So this is only for primary what we are giving, and that's what they can give. And these guys are future stars. Okay, and I'm telling you, Raja Krishnamurthy, my prediction will be a future Speaker of the House after Hakeem Jeffrey. Okay, this guy is great. He takes care of the community. He is a great politician. So please come. And now that what we have brought up some of the things, I never thought it wasn't in my radar at all.
This has become the biggest security issue, right? Not just kidding.
Yeah, this has become this has become also because see the U.S.-India relationship is there. If you discriminate 80% of their religion, then it's all talk, and forget about India. Worry about ourselves. Your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids. You're not going back. Okay, we all promised we were going to do it. We are not doing it.
Sure,
okay,
sure.
So this is the time to do it, and in that way also you will be help in U.S.-India relationship too, other than just your own security.
So now a couple of things. So I've had the fundraising is going to come from Thanedar and Raja Krishnamurthy. 3,300 is the maximum, but if somebody wants to come and say, look, I want to donate only 250, they can do that as well, whatever anybody can afford that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
With him he can come free food.
Okay.
Or just pay for the food. $100 is the free food.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So now, again, I want to bring back to now the national election, which I was referring earlier. If you look in the context of, in the beginning, we thought, the Biden is undisputed leader, but because of his age, some questions are being raised in the Democratic Party. So that might weaken him a little bit. And then also, so I want to have your take on that. And secondly, if you really go Trump versus Biden, what is your prediction?
If Trump runs against it, Biden will defeat him again. All right. But if there's some other nominee, maybe Nikki Haley might come in, and you can't take Nikki Haley out.
Yeah, you can.
He has. If she comes close in Iowa, she will most probably take New Hampshire, because you see, there's no primary in New Hampshire at the present time. No Democratic primary. There's only Republican primary. So and also in New Hampshire, anybody can vote. So the Democrats will vote for her. And I've talked to a lot of people on the Democratic side. They are excited about Nikki Haley. All right. And then South Carolina, which is her state.
Yeah, sure.
And she takes those states, New Hampshire, and that comes close with that. I think Trump is going to fall like a hard.
So
that's it.
So your prediction is Trump versus Biden. Biden wins. What if it is Biden versus Nikki Haley?
My sense is Nikki will take us.
Yeah?
Nikki Haley will take us. That's what my prediction. Okay. She's going to be, because she will weaken our strength. She will weaken our strength, which is women vote. Okay? All right?
So she has a good chance of winning the election.
Oh, yeah. She's a very good chance. If she gets the nominee. But I think she will get the nominee.
Well, all the opinion polls are saying it already, that if it is Biden versus her, she will win anyway. So.
Yeah, I've been saying that earlier. You get a sense, and you ask people, you ask the Democrat, and I see a lot of women. I was in a birthday party, my friend 85 celebrating his birthday party, and I asked Democrats over there, okay? And you could see that, Nikki Haley. So I've seen that trend even early on, all right? And I saw the trend early on with Modi, okay? You ask people, and then, and they tell you,
Excellent.
By asking questions. But anyway.
Okay, Ramesh, thank you very much for dropping by, and all the best with fundraising, and keep doing what you were doing. But I think there has to be something done about this emerging caste issue in the community. What you guys figure it out?
Yeah. Well, I cannot do it without your support, without your funds, without your support. And also, by the way, we are making a difference. There are Georgia.